it's your girl Essence.
Hi, it's Jasmine.
It's Victoria.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up?
Nothing much. So you look like a bridesmaid right now today.
Thank
with
you.
the eyeshadow and like kind of like very springy with the pineapple dress.
I know, I just, I got this from the Paper Doll Boutique in Huntington. Shout out to them.
Shouts to
Looking
them.
fab today.
Sponsor us.
You guys look so great. I think we all look really great today, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Individual style.
That brings to mind our topic for today. Engagements.
So do you guys know anybody who's getting engaged right now?
Actually, yeah, my best friend is engaged right now.
Really?
She moved down with her fiance to Florida. They want to have like a destination wedding actually.
Ooh.
So it should be I'm the maid of honor.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm the maid of
That's
honor.
amazing.
That sounds so
Yeah,
lit.
yeah,
What?
that was so much fun. I can't
Where are they
wait.
gonna have? Do you know where they're gonna have their wedding?
Not yet, but I think she said something about Colorado.
Okay.
So that should be cool. I've never been there.
All right.
Anyways, getting right back into it. Let's talk all about engagements, guys.
Engagement rings. Let's talk about rings.
Let's start with
okay?
the rings. The most important part about your engagement is the ring.
I've
Obviously.
heard that you're supposed to spend like 3 months salary.
3
is
months
that?
salary.
3 months salary on an engagement ring. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like it should be more?
I mean, I feel
depends
like
on what
you
you
should
make.
not go over your budget, and it depends on the type of person you are. Some
Yeah.
people are like, okay, I'd rather have a nice ring that I'm gonna have to keep forever than have even a wedding. And some people are like, when we make more money, we could always upgrade.
Okay. I mean, I personally feel like I'm more of like the first person. Like, I don't even really want to get married, but I do want a nice engagement ring.
Okay. So you just want to be
Promise ring.
permanently engaged.
Yeah, I like that.
Really?
Yeah, permanently engaged. It's a thing now. I feel like it's 2016. Things are not so black and white when it comes to relationships. I would like to have a long engagement, like, and then eventually, maybe one day after a while, just go down to the courthouse, get married.
Very silent. Okay. I see those moves.
Okay.
That's just me. What about you guys?
Would you call it an okay, so you do want to eventually get married, so it won't be like a promise ring, it'll actually be an engagement ring, but a long-term engagement.
I feel like, yeah, but I feel like personally at that point, like after I get engaged, like it should be natural. Like it's not like I just met someone for like a year and a half and like, this whole whirlwind romance. I never understood that. I never
Right.
understood people who could date for like 2 years and be like, I want to spend the rest of my life with you legally.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it depends on age, because what people say is after you're a certain age, if a man doesn't marry you after a year, he should know already, and there's a problem, and you should leave and go to the
I
next
never
one.
heard that.
I mean, I
actually.
guess it's as you grow up, like, or as you age, I suppose it's just like, oh, like, if we're not getting married,
Let's
what are
go.
we doing? You
I got
know what
stuff to
mean?
do.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not in that phase of my life where I'm like, oh, there's no ring on my finger. What's good? You know what I mean? Like, I'm
The only
just,
time I bring that up is when some guy tries to tell me how to live my life, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what
I know, I
is
love
there?
doing that.
Where is it?
But at this point in my life, because we're all young here, I feel like we all are trying to get our homes together. Like,
Yeah.
I want to buy a house like before I'm 30.
Wow.
And, still pay off debts for college, maybe some of us. And so it's a lot of pressure. Of course, if you do want to get engaged, if you happen to be in love young. I mean, I just had a friend who just got married too, and she's my age, so, early 20s. I mean, I think that's great, but I do not want to see an engagement ring with the 4 diamonds. I'd rather just
Oh my
wait.
God, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry for those who are mad right now hearing this. The stones, the engagement rings that have 4 diamonds to make it look like one big diamond?
yes, I know
okay,
exactly
because I was
what you're
confused. I
talking
didn't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I think it's because my mother had that embedded in my head not to ever accept that.
about. No, and she's
Since I was
very
younger.
right in telling you that. Do
Yeah.
not accept that.
Yeah, see, could I be selfish?
Yes, you can.
We could wait.
Because
We'll
it's your
wait.
life.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you should settle for things. I wouldn't want something that's like huge, like something that like Kim Kardashian. You know how she always wears her like engagement ring like every single day of her life, like that. I don't think that would be me because I lose everything.
And her
I
ring's
know I
huge.
lose everything. So I don't know. Personally, I feel like I'd be the type of person where like I would wear my engagement ring probably like just to like show it off and just like be like, oh hey guys, like wow, what are you guys doing? I got a new haircut, and then I would put it on like a
Right.
necklace because I'm more of a necklace person. Like I wear necklaces all the
That's
time.
different, yeah.
And
That's creative.
and I just feel like I would be less likely to lose it because literally every ring I've ever had, I've lost. Every single one.
See, Kim is a perfect example because she's the type of girl you could tell no one's just going to give her anything. They know she
right.
likes quality. They're not even going to try to play. They know she would never take him seriously if she gave him a small little ring
Yeah.
because she has certain standards for her life, and she presumes that in her aura. So, I mean, I would want the same thing, and I expect the same thing. I mean, it depends.
Exactly.
You know your girl. Don't just give her something she's going to be disappointed and be mad at her because she's
Ask her mom
crying.
or her sister to go with
Ask
you.
her sister.
Yes.
If
Her
she's not a
sister.
sister, ask her mom.
Or best
Like,
friend.
Or best
yes,
friend.
absolutely. Because like, oh my god, like I mean, I have a friend, and literally all she does, like she just like goes on Instagram, she looks at like engagement ring photos, and I'm like, wow, like I didn't realize like that there is a science to this. Like I really got to look into this because I can't just be blindsided and have somebody just be like, oh, I didn't know what to get you. Like don't ever.
I mean,
oh my
you know
God.
what you know what to look.
Do not.
You know what to look to if when you're looking for a diamond, when you're diamond shopping. Is this the four C's in a diamond?
Yeah.
Cut, cluster, clarity, color. That's what you look for in quality for a diamond.
Wow,
for a
I'm
quality
learning
diamond.
so much today. I don't know anything about this. Like literally, I don't. know
You want to have a clear diamond, you know, nice cut.
Wow.
Carrot.
I mean,
The carrot, yeah.
what would you look for? Like, what is your ideal diamond?
My ideal diamond. Oh, there's so many. But you know what? I don't know what you would call this. I forgot this shape. It's like
Teardrop kind of?
the teardrop shape. I
like
love
that.
this shape. I was
like
given
the
this for my sweet 16 for my grandparents. And so I always say that I'm not taking this off for anything smaller. So
I like that. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
It's like a pretty good
And
size.
not a color diamond. I wanted like a regular clear diamond. And so this or a rectangle.
Okay.
I like that.
I like that like shape actually, the little teardrop shape.
And I would
like
love to have an eternity band. Diamonds all the way around.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. I feel like I would want a gold band personally. Like
Yeah.
I'm just that person, but maybe like a couple diamonds like on the side, you know what I mean? Either like that shape or like what was it? Like a rectangle. Also I was thinking princess cut, but like everybody gets princess cut, you know what I
like a
mean?
standard.
Yeah, it's a staple, so I can't help but like be like, "Oh man, princess cut," you know?
Do you know what the cut is where it's like a rectangle with lines in it?
No.
It looks like it's lines kind of in it. Love that cut.
I don't know.
People who know what I'm trying to describe.
Figure that out and put it up on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does being engaged like really mean to you guys?
Commitment.
It's a whole
Foremost.
level of commitment.
Yeah, it's a different standard. It's different than being like, oh, this is my girl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is like my soon-to-be wife. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like
Right.
she's taking your name legally. You're taking someone
Yeah.
else's name. Like
I just feel like it puts a little bit of pressure on you because it's like soon to be, you know what I mean? And people are gonna be like, when's the big day? You know what I mean? Like, when's it
Yeah.
gonna happen? What's time? Like, you know? And I don't know. It seems
they
like a
start
lot
asking all the questions like, oh, when you guys gonna have a kid?
Yeah,
When are you
like,
gonna buy your own house?
it's a lot of like
lot.
momentum. I feel like it's built momentum. That's kind of what an engagement seems like to me.
I think it should mean, and to me, it means that I'm willing to be with you forever. And I know some people literally live their life saying that nothing lasts forever, and they expect that they know that we get engaged for 5 years, and I might break up with you and get remarried. But to me, it means to me, for eternity. But because I have friends who've said, yeah, I think I'm going to date this person for a certain amount of time. They already planned that who they're going to date. But I'm so very careful with everything. I feel like if I end up with this person, I don't want to just date anyone, because what if we end up staying together forever? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you can learn to love people. Like, I mean, thinking about like arranged marriages, kind of
Right.
like you can learn to love people. That has happened, but it's like that's also like based on this whole idea of like, wow, like we're kind of stuck together. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be stuck with somebody. You know, like I would never want to just be like fallen into. Like I've seen so many like people who like I've seen like a video where it's like, oh, this man he proposed to his like now wife, but it turns out he was joking. Like
Some things you do not joke about, and it's a proposal.
And I'm like, wow,
They would have to take me away in handcuffs and charge me with
Straitjacket.
like attempted murder.
That's too much.
I would
They
be
were together
homicidal.
How
I would be
immature.
homicidal.
And for so long.
And I don't know how he kept up this ruse, like, oh, hey, like, I wasn't serious. Like, I would not be able to do that. Like, I feel like if I'm, like, sarcastic like that, I'll be like, yo, like, baby, I love you so much. Like, will you marry me? I'll be like, nah, I'm kidding, yo.
No, that's like the top 5 things you don't joke about.
No,
Yeah, you don't joke about that.
That's too much for me.
I would become homicidal if I ever could do that. I am so serious. I don't care. That's mad disrespectful.
I mean, there's a lot of things that people get engaged for, even just to migrate to different countries for security.
I mean, well, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about, like, engagement for security?
I have a good story about immigration engagement. So when I was 17, I had a very brief fling with a man from South Africa who wanted to marry me so we can get his green card and come to this country.
Wow.
And I had a boyfriend at the time, so it was definitely not going to work out. for starters, and like 2, because I think he was married in his own country. But it really made me think, like, he offered me money. He's like, I'll pay you. And like, I mean, I was 17, I was still in high school. I'm like, I don't think my parents are gonna be okay with that. Like, they definitely would not let me get married to a man I've just known for like a weekend.
Yeah.
Get off the internet, like, for real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh no, I didn't even meet him on the internet. I met him like just in real life.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no, we had like a weekend long affair.
Wow.
He worked at the carnival.
It was a lust thing.
Yeah, and he just wanted to
strike
marry me after.
Well,
so I had to say no.
I feel like you have that effect on people, but
I feel like it's fine if you guys are like, it's a little balance. You give some, you get some. You know, like, there are sugar daddies that have all these sugar babies, and they don't mind, you know, I'll pay for you if you're my part-time girlfriend whenever
I would love that job, but I wouldn't want to touch anybody. Like, that's my problem. I don't want to touch anyone.
And a lot of the people who do it is like a crazy age gap, because it's mostly men who or businessmen who don't have time for a committed relationship.
But like want to spend money on you. And, like,
Right.
I'm totally fine
It's like,
with
sure,
that.
if you give me a green card.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a documentary coming out, or soon to be coming out, I suppose, about sugar babies, and like they're telling like their stories and stuff like that, and like a lot of the sugar baby community is getting very upset because they're like, it's so hard to do because people are coming in with dollar signs in their eyes, thinking that it's so easy, but it's not as easy because everyone's like making it known. Like, the whole idea is that it's like very secretive, and it's a very interesting world, but we're not talking about right now. We're talking about engagements. Moving on, what does marriage really represent? Like, engagement and marriage, like, to you guys?
I feel like, I don't know, marriage is a weird subject. My parents are divorced. My mom is remarried. My father is not remarried. So just looking at both sides of that, how each of them handled the divorce, like, it was never great. But I also realized my parents' marriage was never really one that was built on love. So I guess that makes me a little bit more jaded to like relationships and the idea of getting married. But I'm not turned off the idea of falling in love with someone. It's out there. It's real. It's happened to me, you know. But marriage is like, I don't know, the thing that gets me about marriage is that there's really, if you've been with someone for so long, and I feel like long enough that like appropriately, like the next step would be to get married, like all it really is just a legal piece of paper. And I feel like a lot of people take it so seriously and stuff, and I get why women want to be protected, like if they have kids. Guys want to be protected if, you know, they make a lot of money and stuff. But I don't think that it holds the same values that it used to.
Well, I feel like because it doesn't hold the same values because we're not the same society. Like, at first, like, marriage is like this idea of like giving your daughter away, you know, like this whole idea or a concept of like women being property, and like that's something that I never really aligned myself with. I never wanted to be somebody else's property. If I have my own brain, I am my own property, so to speak. But I mean, like, I don't know, like, I like the idea of marriage because I think it's a beautiful thing, like, fundamentally, very fundamentally, like on the surface, like the rings and the dresses and the whole idea of love, like that is so beautiful to me. Do I feel like I'm cut out for it based on what I've seen? Probably not.
Same.
You know, like I have a very jaded idea of relationships as well because my parents, like, again, it was more so for convenience, you know, like there really is no like idea of love there. Like, it's very hard for me to understand the concept of love. I think it's beautiful, but I've only seen it in movies, you know what I mean? And it's like, that's a very hard thing for me to wrap around, that people really can settle down and be like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, you know, because love is the rest of your life thing, you know what I mean? Like,
marriage should be a rest of your life type of thing. You know?
Yeah, that's
we don't take it seriously enough. There's too many people going out there and just
having side chicks, and
not only that, just not respecting just the whole idea of marriage. Not just that, just respecting the idea of like one person forever. Like, I get, like, monogamy is not for everybody, you know, and that's fine. But to play along with the idea for so long with somebody else and you don't feel that way, I don't understand that.
Yeah, you can't be with somebody who doesn't want the same things that you want. Period. Point blank. End of story. That's my personal opinion. I also feel like with like relationships and stuff like that, like every day you have to love that person, you know what I mean? You have to really,
on the easy days and the hard days,
like you have to remember to love them every single day, you know, like that's not something that comes second nature, maybe to some people at first, you know, but like that's what a marriage is. That's what I've been told that a marriage is that you love them every single day. It's working at loving somebody every single day, you know, and like that exchange might be different. It's kind of like a lava lamp, like sometimes all of the stuff is at the top and you have to balance at at the bottom. You know what I mean? It's the same type of like sort of relationship.
I think it's just a responsibility that you're supposed to have, and it's also about family, you know, building that foundation for, you know, the next generation. I think that's really important. That's what it's all about, having that bond with everyone together. And just having a responsibility. You can't just have a fight and give up. And I know from what I've learned from marriage, because my parents been married for over 20 years, it's about knowing that you might fall out of love one day, and that doesn't mean anything really. Just because you have love for that person doesn't mean that you can't build being in love with the person again. People get tired of people, but it doesn't mean you break up if it's a fight. It doesn't mean you break up because you're feeling okay, you know, not the same way you felt when you first met, because that's not reality all the time.
Yeah, of course. Especially when you get to living with someone, it's just it changes the way you really see them. You know what I mean?
Like, because you see every part of them.
Yeah, and like sometimes you don't want to see all those parts because you see a lot of things that you don't want to see, a lot of bad parts, a lot of parts that are weird. But that's part of marriage. I feel like that's why I always felt I could never marry someone that I didn't live with for at least like 3 years.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
I feel like that's a solid amount of time too. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I don't understand people who move in and then they're like, okay, we're getting married, or like they decide that they're getting married before they move in together.
Yes.
That's a very big step. Like literally living with somebody, waking up with them, going to sleep with them, eating with them, like being disgusting with them. You know what I mean? Like having diarrhea around somebody. You know what I mean? Like that runs through my head. Like I'm like,
God,
wow,
right.
like that's horrible.
Waking up when you first get your period next to someone,
like
it's day one.
Being sick with them, like being like
throwing up with them and them holding the bag for you.
Yeah, like having somebody take care of you, like those are all so very important parts of a relationship that you just can't, like you can't just like walk into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Having someone, if you're in trouble, the person they call is who's your husband, your wife. You know,
being somebody's emergency contact. That's serious. That's very serious, and that's something you should not take lightly. I don't know.
Well, on a lighter note, something that's very important for a girly girl, the proposal.
Absolutely.
That I know so many women who regret that. I mean, my mom personally, okay, she has this like she's I don't know, there's this wall up against my dad because it was a quick proposal. She wanted the whole, you know, skyline, you know, the clouds with the planes and everything, or the rose petals leading up.
Like
now they have them all going viral online. You see people doing dances in the streets, and it leads up to the guy popping up.
Like that.
The guy popping up.
Too much. Like
I would like something intimate.
Yeah.
You know,
like something beautiful, but like I don't like I would like it to be outside, but like I wouldn't like people watching me. I don't want somebody recording it. Like I just want it to be like when somebody asks me, I'll be like, let me lay this out for you. Like I want it to be like a movie where nobody is watching us though. You know what I mean? Like I would love
like
to
your
be
own
like,
movie.
Yeah, like I would love it for somebody to take us to like the first place that we met. Like I would love that scavenger hunt stuff. Like I love that stuff.
That's huge. It doesn't have to be public, but just something creative.
Yeah. Like
it's exciting.
Wasn't there like a flash dance? It was like a flash dance in Home Depot of like this like gay couple, and then like it was so cute, and I was like, wow, I hate like people dancing in large groups.
There's so many flash dance videos. I mean, Bruno Mars, kudos to him because his song's always on them.
Yes. He always has the bops. He has the bops.
I love Bruno Mars actually.
Filipino pride over here.
I saw a really cute proposal video of a guy like gave his girlfriend a dog, like a puppy, and it had the ring on the collar, and I literally was melting because I love puppies, I love dogs, and I was like, I shed like a single tear. A single tear came down my face because it was so perfect. And so
listen, but be careful. Don't do the old school ring in the cake or cupcake.
No. I will eat it.
Yeah.
I don't chew. I swallow. I will eat it.
I mean, I don't, like, why would you bake something metal into
I don't know who's the first person who did that, because
I feel like
they get the L. They get the L.
They do get the L for that.
Like if it was on like, oh my god, you see that?
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you bake
rings
into food. Okay, don't put it in your food because you will ingest it.
Corny.
Like that first, doesn't that like
it
make
is
your
corny.
food toxic?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Right?
Like,
all that metal in your food.
I'm trying to be hecka healthy, and you're trying to ruin it.
You're supposed to love me in sickness and in health, not poison me.
I don't know. Well, okay. Important question. Would you ever propose to a man?
No.
No, I'm gonna be so straight up. No.
I mean, I never want to show people that I love them. So absolutely,
I'm not
no. You have to love me more. I'm sorry. That's just the way that.
Do we have to answer why? Like
no,
you don't have to answer.
I mean,
because I feel like our Seven Nation is gonna write us on our Facebook page. Like, why not? You know, how come?
Because I I'm sorry to say, and this might sound stupid, but like I like that idea, that part of the gender role, personally. Fundamentally, I like that. I like, because people will be like, oh, you're a feminist fighting for gender. No, I'm fighting for equality, but I just like that part. I just like that.
Listen,
I like being waited on.
I love gender roles.
Let's be honest, it'll never be a perfect system, but I'm going to use what I have to my advantage, and I don't want to propose to someone.
Absolutely.
And that's kind of weird for the male. Like, what if he's not ready? If a man's not going to get down his knee, he clearly isn't ready.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you brought it up before, you should have brought up at least before you even did it, and that surprised him.
Yeah.
And he didn't seem like he was so excited about it. He's not ready. Why even trap someone like that?
What are you going to buy him though? Like, you're gonna give him an engagement ring?
Yeah, no, I would buy myself an engagement ring and be like, hey, wow, this is so great.
This is really nice.
Like, thank you, you're welcome. You don't even like, what am I gonna, you know?
I mean, I guess it's probably worked out before. We have to see if you know anyone that has ever worked out where a girl proposed to the man, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
I would love to hear this like new age type stuff, because like, wait, what, these dogs are so cute.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, the puppy.
Oh, that's cute. Getting a puppy with the ring around the neck.
So it's basically you're getting like a fake kid. That's what that's.
Yeah, that's a perfect.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you said, live with them first, see how it is. So we get a fake kid, get a puppy.
Yeah.
Look at Oprah. I mean, all she has, Oprah's what's her husband's name? Stedman. All they have is puppies and dogs.
I would actually ideally like, because my new thing is I want to have rats. So I would like, if someone was to propose
Hairless
to me,
though?
No, not hairless.
That'd be a
those
little
are creepy.
too creepy.
They're too creepy. I'm sorry. I want rats. So if someone wanted to propose to me, you could buy me some cute rats and put a ring.
I love how original you are.
Thank you.
Do you want like a pineapple ring? Because I see on your phone case you have.
Well, this is my.
Oh, okay, wait. So you guys both like pineapples.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I like eating
I was
pineapples.
inspired to get this. Actually, I saw it and I was shopping and I was at this vintage store. I'm like, it's so cute. And I see this dress and I'm like, oh my god, I'm literally getting visions of Jasmine right now.
And she's literally wearing visions of me. That's friendship. That's friendship. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I would want to get proposed to. Just like, I would want to get proposed to. I'm not gonna do
just something
anything.
creative, please.
Yeah.
Future husband.
I would love a scavenger hunt, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of like people like are like get their whole family involved. Like, I don't know. I just want this to be for me. Like, I don't.
So you want something more intimate?
Yeah, like I just want it to be for me. Like I want like people at like stores or something like that. Just be like, oh, here's your next clue. Like, I don't want my family in it because I want to be able to tell my family what happened.
A surprise for the family as well. True.
Yeah.
But listen, please record it because. As a millennial, I do want to see it on record. I want to look back at it, post it on Snapchat, Facebook.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can record that.
I would absolutely probably Snapchat, like be like, oh, like he has something fun for me to do today.
I want to be able to look back.
I would Snapchat and be like,
everyone be jealous. I just got proposed to.
I actually have. I think I had like in my head like a perfect like Instagram caption for when I get engaged. I forgot what it is, but I probably will remember when it happens because like I don't know. I just think about those like critical moments in your life where you're like, wow, I have to show this off. I have to show other people, you need the absolute perfect caption. Otherwise, like, what's the point?
Right.
No, there is a point. You're getting married.
I think that's all.
What happens when it's over?
Well, oh, come on. We were having such a
What do you mean, like a breakup or when the engagement is time to get married?
What happens?
It's time to walk down the altar.
What happens when they...
Actually, you know what? It's interesting you asked that because if you guys haven't heard, I forgot. Some couple just broke up.
Okay.
And the engagement ring by law goes back to the guy.
Really?
In California, yeah.
Oh,
if you break up an engagement, you have to.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like like if it's like your grandma's ring, like I don't know why people do that. I don't know why people do that. First of all, like
that's really
first of all, you're giving me yes, it's a vintage ring. It's probably beautiful, but like I want my own stuff, and your grandma probably wants that back. If she's like passed away, still, I would probably wear my engagement ring on my deathbed.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
real.
she's doing.
Why would you want to take that off?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Unless you need to because of money concerns, like, you know, a wedding dress passed down or whatever.
Yeah.
Then okay, but give me my own
I
stuff.
don't know, like something old, something new. No, I want all new, baby.
Yeah.
Like give me like.
It's upgrade all the time. I mean, I love that's exciting. Getting prepared for you. Get your wedding dress. I know I want an Oscar de la Renta dress. I mean, something new
my God,
that
Oscar de la
season.
Renta.
Come on,
Wow.
don't do the hand me downs.
I want to get married in pajamas, like. Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love.
But would they
Oh,
be
wow.
white silk pajamas?
They would be like, you know, like those robes?
Yes.
I would just do that.
With like the frilly and like
Yes.
the fuzzy.
I'm just happy you're not gonna be butt naked, because
Oh my god, no.
Gotta keep it chaste, you know.
no, did you ever see the wedding that was where everyone was naked, no one's wearing clothes? Well, at least the whole
Bridal party. That's a bit extreme. I've seen people have
beach.
weddings in woods. I've seen people, be Shrek and Fiona. That's some extra stuff. I'm sorry.
Can we talk about people really stay on track?
Is this supposed to be entertainment or just your guys' obsession?
People really stay on
I don't
track.
get it. Like, I feel like it started as like an ironic thing,
Yeah.
and then people really were just like, "Wow, I really love Shrek," and I don't know where it came from, but now people are actually masquerading as them, as
making
for their weddings.
themes
It's really
for their
weird.
weddings. It's supposed to
Very
be like,
odd.
okay, your color scheme, but now it's like themes. Wow.
Actually, like, I was thinking about my color scheme, and I was like, wow, I want to have like a floral wedding, and I want to have like a flower wall, kind of like the one that
Yes.
Kanye gave Kim
Oh my God,
Kardashian.
that was beautiful. That was iconic.
But like with like all floral, beautiful, like vibrant colors, like tropical, like birds of paradise.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite flowers, so I would have them in my bouquet.
I'm designing it right now.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh, actually, also prenups. Talk about prenups. How do you feel about a prenup?
I think it's important. I'm gonna go on and say I think it's important. I think that while you shouldn't be thinking so, like, you know, I'm gonna bring up this person, you need to be smart, you need to protect what you got, you know.
But I feel like this is also your jadedness kind of coming out.
That's
you
just
know
my
what I mean?
jadedness coming out.
Because I feel like when you get a prenup, it's like, this is gonna end. You know what I mean? Like, this is not finite. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's just, it's kind of, it's no better than being in a relationship. You know what I mean? Just being in a relationship.
I think it has to do with also going back to being responsible, because some people have a lot more money than their spouse might have.
Right.
So it's just being protective. You could go over the prenup. Don't be so, selfish and secretive about it. Maybe you guys are going to go over it together and, compromise.
I had an aunt who, on her 5th marriage, the night before the wedding, she's marrying this guy, he had a good amount of money. The night before the wedding, he dropped the whole prenup thing on her and is just like, I'm not walking down that aisle with you tomorrow.
That's so
You're not
rude.
married.
That's so
that's
rude.
That's very
like, what do you
inconsiderate.
think? Yeah.
And then
That is
it's
very
also
rude.
like, wow, like, you were thinking about this in the back of your head and you didn't say anything to me. Like,
Up until now.
yeah, like, I feel like if it was talked about, like, right when we got engaged, to be like, listen, like, do you want a prenup? Like, you could have asked me. You could have asked me. Like, we could have had, like, a humane conversation where I didn't scratch out your eyes and, like, hurt you. But you gotta, like, do this on the eve of my wedding right now? Like, I should, like, godfather you. Like, what did
You have to compromise. I mean, what are you trying to say? What if you guys do break up and the person has less money than you? You don't want to help them? Where's the love? Unless they cheat on you or something, like killed your friend.
A lot of people actually have that clause. Like, I know
Yes.
Khloe Kardashian has that clause in her divorce with her prenup with Lamar Odom that if he cheats on her, then he gets nothing.
I
And
feel
I
like
think
that's
that's
Like, he just got
That's
sick and
fine.
she was taking care of him, his medical expenses and everything.
Oh, also,
But-
wait, I have a very important question. Do you guys think that Kim and Kanye have a prenup? I personally say no.
I don't think so.
I don't
'cause
think
I think
so,
they
'cause-
both make enough money.
Yeah.
I think there might be a prenup, but not over money, like over like certain properties or certain
Maybe they're kids.
yeah, like certain things with their kids
Yeah.
and stuff. But I don't think it's a money type.
I don't know. I personally
situation.
don't think that they do, because I just feel like they love each other so much. Like, I feel like they can't be without each other. I would not see them with anybody else. I don't see them remarrying. Like, I don't know. This was just something I was thinking about, because I was like, wow, like, I saw like this video of Kanye West like just smiling at Kim and North, and I was like, wow, that's so much love. Like, there's just so much love there. Maybe I'm just seeing too much into it and I just want to know too much, but I was just like, wow, I just had to ask this question because I feel like you guys would know.
They seem to be the people that you want to know a lot about. But
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. But